Hey, Shalom Israel. It's the brother Yakana from the GMS Houston camp, coming back with another installment of GMS Practicals. And as always, before I get started, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who rule very well over Israel, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing his word in faith, truth, and in sincerity. Shalom. I wanted to go into this lesson today, man. As I was listening to a guy on TV talking about America's agenda in the world, man, to liberate everybody, man. And I was like, God damn, man, this devil is something else, man. I mean, he is hell bent on nothing but annihilation and destruction and total rule, man. I mean, but he goes around like he really gives a care about you, man. You know, and the other nations, man, for so long, people have fallen for this mess, man. But, you know, he's like I said, he goes around like he's coming in the name of democracy and freedom, but all he brings is death and destruction, man. You know, and I looked that word up, man. Liberation on the online dictionary, and the definition that they gave for liberation is the act of setting someone free from imprisonment, slavery, or oppression, to release, freedom on thought or behavior. And Merriam-Webster's has it as a movement seeking equal rights for a group. And this is what liberation is. But you got to ask yourself, knowing that definition, is that what Esau does? I mean, that's what liberation is. But think about what this devil does when he goes around the world, man. Or even here in his home in the United States, man. The way he does his own people here. And I'm talking about other Edomites. I ain't talking about Jake. You, man, shit, you can forget about getting a fast shake from this devil, man. But he does it. He comes off like he's just, you know, the friendliest cat on the face of the earth, you dig? And then he's the most wicked, diabolical, maniacal maniac that ever existed, man. He's the wicked, you know. And I'm going to bring out a few scriptures, man, that go into this devil, man. And then we always stay on you, Esau, and it's going to be that way. We're not going to you ain't cutting you no slack, Jack. And it's going to be even worse when we get you to the kingdom. So I'm going to bring this out, man. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. And it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. So the scripture's plain on that, man, as it gives. That's just one of the many descriptions of Esau that it gives, man. You know, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. I ain't never seen no rough-ass butter, man. Butter is just shit. That's smooth as hell, bro. And for the Most High to compare this devil's words with butter, that lets you know he's the original slick talker, bro. That's just what it is, man. You know. But war was in his heart, you know. So no matter how smooth those words are, how big that smile is, how firm that handshake is, how tight he hugs you, how much he tells you he loves you, and he's bringing liberation to your place. This devil is lying. War is in his heart, man, because the scripture has said so, man. You know, you know, not because we say so. This is the Most High giving you a warning, man. You know. This is his definition of what he does. This is his actual liberation, in other words. Not by definition of the word, but by his actions, man. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. So his whole agenda, man, his whole modus operandi is for total control, to be in the same position as the Most High and to put you to death, Jake. You know? Even though it don't come across that way, he come across being this smooth, caring, all concerning, you know, I want to, but then it's like I said in another lesson, ask yourself, name one place on the face of the earth that Esau showed his face. And when he left, it was a better place for having Esau been there, man. Or for Esau having been there. It's not one. Look at Libya. Look at Syria. Look at Iraq. All these places, man, before he got there, they were nice. When he left, total shambles, man. It looked like a hurricane that hit it, man. You know, Hurricane Esau came in and just leveled shit, man. And killed people. And didn't give a damn. All in the name of what he calls liberation. Democracy and Christianity. Look what all that shit's gonna get you. Okay? Let's see, what was that? Bear with me for a second. Okay, this is, Psalms 28, verse 3. And it reads, draw me not away with the wicked and the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Again, who does that sound like? You know, it done got to where Jake is doing the same shit because he's following Esau's lead. But who's the originator of this, man? He speaks peace to his neighbors. And that's what America's done all throughout the globe, man. They speak peace everywhere they go. It's about peace. Peace rallies, peace summits, the peace talks. It's always something with peace, man. But as it says, mischief is in their hearts, man. Mischief. In other words, they up to some bullshit, you know. But that's Esau, man. You know. I'll bring this out quickly, man. Like the brother say, quick, fast. Let's see. This is Micah 2 and verse 1. And it says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When it is morning light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. Woe unto you, Esau, for the shit you doing, man. For your so-called liberation. For your so-called equality. For your so-called love for everybody. And for your so-called peace that you speak of, man. Destruction unto you. That's what the word woe means. For them that devise iniquity. Remember, mischief was in his heart, man. And that's what this mischief is about, that iniquity, man. To go out and just do whatever he can. You know, there's an old movie, man, with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. It was a Sherlock Holmes movie. I'm not sure when it came out, like the early 2000s and whatever. And Sherlock Holmes' character looks to Watson because they were talking about Professor Moriarty, this supposedly diabolical genius. He was diabolical. It's a hell of a movie, both of them. It's a 2-movie set. I'd recommend it because it shows you Esau's plan for world domination. And he looked at Watson and he said, don't be silly, Watson. Bad people do bad things because they can. Simple. It didn't take, there wasn't no rocket science he dropped on him. He simply said bad people do bad things because they can. You know, that reminds me of Esau. Hey, man, go back to Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He's in control, man. Can't nobody, who's going to stop him? The only one that can stop him is the Most High sending his son back. That's going to stop him. But amongst men, what other man is going to sit up and stand up and say, yeah, we're going to build us a little army and we're going to overthrow Esau? You know, Jacob talk about shit like that. That's nonsense, man. You're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. They do it because they can, man. But as the scripture says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, man. But that's what this devil does. That's his MO. I mean, all in the name of democracy and Christianity. And then, like old boy was saying, we want to liberate everybody. In other words, we want to come to your place, rape, rob, pillage the village, kill motherfuckers, and take your resources and then take them back home. Now, we ain't leaving. You know, forget that shit. We're going to set up an embassy. We're going to put military on the ground over there. We want to take over. That's what we want. That's our definition of liberation. You know, remember, his words, when they come with them smooth words, man, you know, damn near good enough to sell snow to an Eskimo, man. But mischief is in his heart, you know. Just like an old saying, man, you better be careful of a motherfucker constantly patting you on the back. He might be looking for a soft spot to put that knife in there, man. And that's what Esau does. Steadily patting, smooth words, patting these people on the back, and then look, and when they get that soft spot, boom, there comes the knife, man. You know. But woe unto them for doing that, man. And then I'm looking over here just real quick, man, at Micah 2:10, which I love that scripture, by the way. I love all of them, but this is one of my favorites, man, because it's not a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing, man. And Micah 2:10 reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction." This whole thing is polluted. All thanks to your old buddy Esau, man, who is the so-called white man. You know? The bad man that does things because he can. The man that brings liberation, and he says he's bringing liberation, but he brings death and destruction, annihilation, disease and pestilence, and poverty. All under one heading, man. Wickedness. Because he's wicked. It's what he does. You know, it's what you see is what you get, man. You know, you ain't gonna bite into an apple and it tastes like shit a lemon. It ain't gonna happen, man. You bite into an apple, you gonna get just that apple taste, and this is what you get. You deal with the devil, you gonna get wickedness, man. You gonna get lies and deceit. That's all he is, man. Is the wicked. But for your so-called liberation that you bring in Esau, the scripture has says, woe unto them that devise iniquity, man. And you constantly devising iniquity, man. You never stop. But you will, though. And but that's all I had on that, man. You know. I just wanted to bring that out because that was in my spirit, man, you know. After they were talking about liberation. It's like, man, that's bullshit, man. The sad part is our people, 2/3 of our people still fall for it and will fall for it until they destroy it right along with this devil, man. You know. But Tawada Yahweh, man, for bringing us out of this wickedness, man, out of this world into this marvelous truth, man. You know. And that was it on that, man. I just wanted to go into that real quick, man. So I'm going to end it with that and say shalom.